Hey you guys, I am back at it again with another YouTube video, and before we start this video, I need for you to thumbs up this video, subscribe to me, and follow me on all social media. All my social media information is going to be down in the description box. And now we can start this video. The reason why I did 23andMe is, number one, it was gifted to me from my friends because they knew that I've always wanted to know the puzzle pieces that collectively make up me. I've always wanted to know this. It's never been anything that's been hidden. I've always wanted to know because on one side, my father said that we're Bigfoot Indian and black, or Blackfoot Indian. It's some Indian, I'm not sure, because it's two different types. Bruh, it's more than one different type of Indian. What the heck? Indian. It is a Bigfoot Indian and it is a Blackfoot Indian, and it could be either one of those. And on my mother's side, my mother always told me that my grandmother's father is half white. What is 23andMe? 23andMe is based on the 23 pair of chromosomes that you inherit from your mother and your father. So those 23 chromosomes make up you. Those 23 pair make up you. You actually have 46 chromosomes, just 23 pairs. I would say a disclaimer: if you want to be very precise in your results, you need to get your father a DNA test also. I haven't gotten my dad one, but I will be getting him one soon. Because it's something called mtDNA, which is mitochondrial DNA. It is given from the mother to the daughter. So when you get your report back from 23andMe, you will see that you have a maternal haplotype, but the paternal haplotype will be blank. And that is because you are giving your maternal DNA through the mitochondria of the mother. Therefore, you're able to see what your ancestral your lineage is, so that you'll be able to know who your great grandma to the 50th 70th power is, the first grandma that you ever really had that started this whole thing. You will know what lineage you come from, but you cannot do that for your father. That is because when the mother has a child, she has offspring. If she has a son and a daughter, that daughter has a mitochondrial DNA. She can transfer that down to her offspring, but the son cannot transfer that. So that's why it's really, really good to be precise and get your father one also. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get into my results. I'm going to be using this, and let me get into it. Now, I will tell you everything that I was surprised about. I will tell you everything that I have questions about. I'm going to be really, really open and honest with you all here when I go over my results. Now, number one, it tells me that I am 100% Lakeisha Logan. I am. It's nobody else. That's me. I am me. I'm the only Lakeisha Logan that has my DNA, unless I have a twin out there, and then somebody wasn't telling me the truth. But I am 79.8% sub-Saharan African. That is 76.5% West African, 1.5% Central and South African, and 1.8% broadly sub-Saharan African. I was shocked when I saw that result, simply because I thought I was just more African than that. And it's not because I just thought I was something else. I just felt like I was just black. Like, I knew that my grandparents were mixed with something else, but it never dawned on me that I would be just 79.8% African American. It don't make me no less black than I already am. Don't get it wrong. It don't make me no less black than I already am. But I was shocked to see it from a DNA standpoint. Now, moving on to the next one. This is my European descent. I am 17.5% European. That is 15.1% Northwestern European. 7% of that is British and Irish. 0.8% of that is French and German. 0.2% of that is Scandinavian. And 7% of that is broadly Northwestern European. For Southern European, I am 0.5%, and under that I am 0.2% Iberian and 0.4% broadly Southern European. Okay, I was shocked at that 17.5% because my mother told me that my great grandfather was half white. If you know anything about DNA, you get half from your mother, half from your father, so that's going to split. So it's going to be 50% here for my grandfather, but then 25% here for my grandmother. And then when you get to my mother, it's going to be a lower percentage, and then to me it's going to be a lower percentage. But for me to be almost 20% Caucasian is some other Caucasian somewhere. Okay, so I have 1% East Asian and Native American, and under that I am 0.5% Southeast Asian and 0.4% Native American and 0.1% broadly East Asian and Native American. Now, for this one, I really went and looked at what it says, and it gives you generational periods of time where so for instance, like for me, my timeline for my Southeast Asian and Native American, it ranges from the 1720s. So maybe my 6th to 8th great grandparent was full-blooded Native American, and then another one was full-blooded Asian. Now, moving on to my Middle Eastern and North African descent, I am less than 0.1% Middle Eastern and North African. And so it says the peoples of North Africa and the Middle East have not only genetic but also a deep linguistic connections with one another. So because if you know anything about the map, if you know anything about the map, the Middle Eastern country is really close to North Africa. It's actually in the same region. But I have 1.6% unassigned. That unassigned portion is because, as we all know, science is a continuum. It often varies. They keep finding new discoveries, and they'll find a new discovery of where we're from. So I'm saying I think they'll probably figure out what my 1.6 is in the near future, but as of now they don't know that. I was shocked. I was really shocked because somebody telling some tales about what they are in my family. They are telling some tales because nobody else has claimed Caucasian on my side of the family. So somebody's telling some tales. I don't know who telling no tales, but I know somebody telling some tales. Now, the proof in the pudding that 23andMe is lit. I mean lit, y'all. So on 23andMe, I currently have 1,130 relatives, and they are far distant cousins. So it was nothing for me to say anything to them about, hey, we're family, we are family. It was no reason for me to say that to them. But a couple of weeks ago, maybe last week, the beginning of last week, I got a hit on 23andMe saying that, hey, you have a second to third cousin. That's close. That's close. So I had to message him, and I was like, I'm 100% sure that we are family. And he was like, okay. Mind you, this guy is 97% African, and this is on my father's side. This is on my father's side because on 23andMe you give your surnames. Your surnames are last names that have been attached to your family for the duration of your American times, because we are not sure what our last names were before we came over to America. So one of those last names was Cleveland, which is my great-grandmother's maiden name. And so when I saw that, mind you, I did not put my surnames on 23andMe just because I really didn't have time to go in and just spend a whole bunch of time on that, because I was in the semester when I was doing the 23andMe thing, and I just really didn't have time. So I didn't put my last name in there, but it found me. So it wasn't like, hey, we found common surnames and we're gonna link you with this one. which is normally what people would think. So when I ended up messaging him, he ended up hitting me back, and our last message really was, hey, my great grandmother and his grandmother are sisters. Mind you, my father didn't know about that aunt. He knew about every one of his other aunts, but he didn't know about that one. And that's what's so cool about 23andMe. I found a cousin, like a real cousin, not 30 generations past, overdue, none of that. This is my second to third cousin, and it's really, really cool how I found that. Now, and you all do 23andMe, click the link below. I'm gonna put a 23andMe link below, and you should do it too. Figure out what the puzzle pieces are that make up you, and then go ask questions about it, because I have a lot of questions now, like a lot of questions. All right, y'all have a good one. Don't forget to subscribe to me, share this video, thumbs this video up, follow me on all social media, and I will catch you in the next video. All right, peace.